Connacht produced one of the most surprising results of the United Rugby Championship season with a hard-fought 26-19 victory over Ulster at the HEATS Stadium in Belfast, delivering a major blow to their provincial rivals' title ambitions while simultaneously reigniting their own push for a playoff place. What began as a scrappy, error-ridden encounter eventually evolved into a thrilling contest, with Connacht's composure, physicality, and clinical finishing proving decisive in the closing stages. While the match will not be remembered for its early quality, it certainly delivered drama and significance by the final whistle. A shock result with major implications heading into the fixture. Ulster were widely regarded as favourites, buoyed by a strong campaign that had positioned them firmly among the URC's title contenders. Connacht, on the other hand, were still searching for consistency, making this result all the more impressive. The victory not only dented Ulster's hopes of finishing at the top end of the table but also propelled Connacht further into contention for a playoff spot. It marked their fourth consecutive win in the competition, a sign that they are beginning to find rhythm at a crucial stage of the season. A sluggish start dominated by errors despite the high stakes. The opening half of the match was a disappointing spectacle. Both teams appeared to be suffering from a hangover following the intensity of the Six Nations, with rustiness evident across the board. Handling errors were frequent, attacking opportunities were squandered, and neither side managed to establish any real momentum. It was a stop-start affair, lacking fluency and cohesion, as players struggled to execute even the basics. Connacht opened the scoring through Sean Jansen, who powered over from close range after a period of sustained pressure. It was a rare moment of clarity in an otherwise disjointed half. Ulster responded quickly, however, with Bryn Ward making an immediate impact after coming on as a temporary replacement for Marcus Ray, who had departed for a head injury assessment. Ward's sharp play created the opportunity for Nathan Doak to cross the try line, bringing the hosts level. Aside from those two moments, there was little to excite spectators. The half ended 7-7, a fair reflection of a contest that had been defined more by mistakes than moments of brilliance. After the Lord Mayor's show effect, the contrast between this match and the recent Six Nations spectacle in Dublin could not have been more stark. Following the excitement of international rugby, this URC clash felt flat and uninspired for much of the opening hour. While the physicality and passion were evident, the execution was lacking. Players from both sides appeared out of sync, perhaps a consequence of limited time together during the international window. Interestingly, the conditions offered no excuse. Unlike the often wet and unpredictable weather associated with Belfast, the evening was relatively dry and calm. Yet even in favourable conditions, basic errors persisted. One particularly telling moment came when Ben Carson dropped the ball with the try line at his mercy after a well-worked set-piece move. It summed up Ulster's frustrations and highlighted the broader issues affecting both teams. Set-piece struggles and the turning point. Another key factor in the match's lack of early quality was the dysfunction at the lineout. Both teams endured significant issues in this area, repeatedly failing to secure possession in promising positions. Ulster were particularly guilty of wasting opportunities, with their inability to capitalize on attacking lineouts proving costly. Time and again, they found themselves in strong field position only to relinquish possession through poor execution. It was only when these issues began to subside that the game finally opened up. Connacht, in particular, showed greater composure in maintaining possession and building phases, which allowed them to take control of proceedings. Their improved accuracy and patience paid dividends early in the second half, as they struck with two quick tries that shifted the momentum firmly in their favour. Connacht seized control. The visitors emerged from the break with renewed purpose, and their efforts were rewarded almost immediately. Finlay Bealham crossed the try line following a well-constructed attacking sequence, giving Connacht the lead. Moments later, Finn Treacy added another, finishing off a slick move to extend the advantage. Suddenly, Connacht were in control, and Ulster were left scrambling to respond. To their credit, the hosts did not capitulate. Zach Ward, brother of Bryn, produced a moment of quality to bring Ulster back into the contest with a well-taken try. However, Connacht remained composed under pressure. Treacy struck again to complete his brace, ensuring that Ulster were kept at arm's length despite their efforts to close the gap. A late try from Angus Bell gave the home side a losing bonus point, but it was little consolation on a night when they had been second best where it mattered most. Bundee Aki's influential performance amid the chaos and inconsistency. One player stood out above the rest: Bundee Aki. The powerful centre delivered a commanding performance, reminding everyone of his quality after a period of mixed form. Aki was at the heart of Connacht's attacking efforts, consistently getting over the gain line and providing a reliable focal point in midfield. His ability to link play, break tackles, and compete at the breakdown made him invaluable. He also contributed defensively, putting in several important tackles and disrupting Ulster's rhythm. In recent weeks, Aki had faced criticism, including scrutiny following a suspension for dissent. However, this performance suggested he has rediscovered his focus and determination. For Connacht, having Aki at his best is crucial, and his display in Belfast will give them confidence as they push for a top 8 finish. The importance of physicality in midfield. The match also highlighted the growing importance of physical, ball-carrying centres in modern rugby. While Ulster were without key midfield options such as Stuart McCloskey and Jude Postlethwaite, they still fielded a powerful lineup. With players capable of making an impact on the gain line, Jacob Stockdale, playing out of position at outside centre, brought size and strength to the role, contributing to the physical nature of the contest. However, it was Connacht who ultimately made better use of their midfield presence, with Aki leading the charge. His dominance in contact and ability to generate quick ball gave his side a crucial edge. A dramatic final quarter. After a slow and frustrating start, the match came alive in the final 15 minutes. With both teams reducing their error rates and increasing the tempo, the contest became far more open and entertaining. Ulster threw everything at Connacht in an attempt to salvage the game, while the visitors looked to counter-attack and put the result beyond doubt. The closing stages were played at a frenetic pace, with end-to-end action keeping fans on the edge of their seats. Ultimately, however, Connacht held firm, demonstrating resilience and composure to secure a memorable victory. What it means for Ulster, this defeat is a significant setback. While they remain in a strong position in the standings, the loss exposes vulnerabilities that could prove costly in the latter stages of the season. Their inability to execute in key moments, particularly in the first half, will be a major concern. Against stronger opposition, such lapses are unlikely to go unpunished. The schedule ahead also presents challenges. While their next fixture against Zebra offers an opportunity to bounce back, subsequent clashes with Leinster and Munster will be far more demanding. Those matches could ultimately define Ulster's season, and they will need to improve significantly if they are to maintain their status as genuine title contenders. Connacht's growing momentum. For Connacht, this victory represents a major step forward. Under the guidance of Stuart Lancaster, they appear to be building momentum at just the right time. 4 consecutive wins have lifted them into the top 8, and their confidence is clearly growing. The challenge now will be to maintain that form, particularly given the difficulty of their remaining fixtures. With 3 of their final 4 matches away from home, consistency will be key. If they can secure a couple more victories, a playoff spot is well within reach. Conclusion. Connacht's 26-19 victory over Ulster may not have been pretty for large portions of the match, but it was undoubtedly significant. After a sluggish, error-strewn first half, the visitors found their rhythm and produced a clinical second-half display to secure a deserved win. Led by an outstanding performance from Bundee Aki and supported by key contributions across the squad, Connacht demonstrated resilience, adaptability, and quality when it mattered most.